Welcome, McDaniel families, to the class of 2022 graduation. My name is Elisa Shore, and I'm the Area Senior Director for the Comprehensive High Schools, and it's my pleasure to welcome to the stage Principal Adam Skiles, Superintendent Guadalupe Guerrero, Chief of Staff Jonathan Garcia, School Board Member Director Julia Brim Edwards, Vice Principals Dr. Keila Boyer and Kayla Santiago, and student speakers Vivian Vauquet, Oscar Moreno Gilson, and Ava Rhesus. And now please welcome McDaniel faculty. And now, please welcome the class of 2022.
How about one big round of applause for our graduates? One more big round of applause. Before we begin our celebration tonight, we would like to take a moment and recognize the tragic loss this community has felt from the passing of Olivia and Griffin, two current students this year, to an accidental overdose. As a community, we also want to recognize all those impacted by the mass shooting in Buffalo and the mass shooting at an elementary school in Ovada, Texas, along with all those impacted by gun violence. Please join us in a moment of silence for Olivia, Griffin, the victims in Buffalo, and the victims in Ovada, Texas. We want to begin this evening with our land acknowledgement. At PPS, we strive to strengthen our relationship with the Native community and Native nations. A symbol of this commitment is a land acknowledgement. These statements bring visibility to the first peoples of our collective home. This statement is meant to provide information and context while also encouraging all of us to reflect on our current day relationship with Native people and Native experiences. We acknowledge that we live, work, and play on the traditional land of the Chinook, Clackamas, Cayup, Multnomah, Wasco, Willamette, Tualatin, and Molalla. We also know that many other tribes made their homes along the Columbia and Willamette rivers. We honor their history and acknowledge the sacrifices they made. Let us also acknowledge the robust present-day federally recognized tribes of this area, the Grand Ronde, Siletz, and Cowlitz. In addition, I would like to acknowledge the Chinook Nation, who has been seeking federal recognition for many years. The urban Indian community is made up of tribal diversity that originates from around the country, representing 400 tribes. The urban Indian community has a vivid history made up of peoples whose journeys have brought them to Portland by way of forced displacement or seeking more opportunity. I would now like to introduce Dr. Boyer, who will officially kick off our ceremony.
Good evening, everyone. So we have the tag team of Boyer and Santiago. We are the bookends of the McDaniel admin team. Ms. Santiago works with the 9th graders because she loves them so much. And I get to work with the 12th graders because I love them equally as much as the 9th graders. So we will serve as your MCs tonight.
Y yo voy a compartir un poco en español porque soy bilingüe. Yo soy Keila Santiago y yo trabajo con los estudiantes de 9º grado y tengo a la doctora Keila Boyer que trabaja con los seniors y pues tenemos a una pequeña bienvenida.
It is an honor to welcome all of you to our 2nd graduation from McDaniel High School and our 66th graduation in our school history.
Es un honor darle la bienvenida a la 2ª graduación de la Escuela Secundaria Lee Otis V. McDaniel y la 66ª en la historia de nuestra escuela.
We are proud of our McDaniel community and the diversity that you all represent.
Estamos orgullosos de nuestra comunidad de McDaniel y de la diversidad que representa.
There are over 33 languages spoken at McDaniel. As a collective group, we strive to embody our core values of community, respect, education, equity, and diversity in our building and the community as a whole.
Se hablan más de 33 idiomas en McDaniel. Como grupo colectivo, nos esforzamos por incorporar nuestros valores fundamentales de comunidad, respeto, educación, equidad y diversidad en nuestro edificio y en la comunidad en conjunto a diario.
Family, friends, and loved ones of the class of 2022, I would like to invite all of you to stand, please, and remain standing. This is in the middle. Family and friends of our graduates, we thank you for your patience, encouragement, guidance, and most of all, the love you have given to your students. In the words of Dr. Maya Angelou, love recognizes no barriers, it jumps hurdles, leaps fences, penetrates walls to arrive at its destination full of hope. Thank you for doing all that you could to help the class of 2022 break down barriers, jump hurdles, leap fences, and penetrate walls to make it to their graduation today. Please be seated. Now I would like to acknowledge everyone on stage with me this evening. If you could please stand and wave when your name is called. We have our fearless principal, Mr. Adam Skiles. We have our 9th grade leave, Ms. Kayla Santiago, vice principal. We have Mr. Travis Johnson, who gets to work with the 10th graders and all of the fun discipline that comes up. He's somewhere in the stands organizing all of us. I don't see him, but thank you, Mr. Johnson. Our superintendent, Guadalupe Guerrero, sorry, my R's. We also have Jonathan Garcia, Chief of Staff, and Portland Public Schools Board Director, Julia Brim Edwards. And now for our McDaniel staff. We are fortunate to have one of the most amazing staffs, we think, in Portland Public Schools high schools. Thank you for all that you've done to get our seniors here today. It took some effort to get across the stage, but we made it to the finish line. So thank you, each and every one of you. I'm not sure where our counseling team got to, but we have an amazing, dedicated counseling team made up of Gerardo Marquez, Brandon Rawls, Aaron Hale, Tracy Morrison, Naomi Navarro, and Julie Hunt. Tonight would not have been possible without the dedicated assistance from PPS staff to make another in-person graduation celebration possible this year. Thank you to our Regional Director, Margaret Calvert, our Area Senior Director of High Schools, Alicia Shore, and our behind-the-scenes extraordinaire person, Michelle Legason. To our graduating class of 2022, congratulations. You remind us of our creed values every day: community, respect, education, equity, and diversity. Class of 2022, we are so proud of you. In the midst of your high school journey, you have successfully navigated moving out of the old Madison building, the move to Marshall campus, albeit temporarily, the challenges of a global pandemic, then online learning from home that initially was only going to be a 2-week extended spring break in 2020. Then back to our newly renovated campus on 82nd. Although your journey has not been predictable or easy, you remained committed to achieving the milestone of earning your high school diplomas tonight. Give yourself a hand. The McDaniel staff as a collective appreciates each of you and the gift that you bring to us. You remind us to never give up in the face of adversity, to always remain resilient despite of any obstacle that arises, and to celebrate the wins along the way. Your class is made up of some of the most compassionate, talented, creative, empathetic, loving, social justice-focused students. Class of 2022, you have made us a better staff, and your legacy will continue. Please turn your attention to the screens for a video presentation from our superintendent and the PPS school board.
I think what's special about this class is their ability to persevere. Their experience has been absolutely disrupted and anything but normal. We can learn resilience from this class.
I think they've taught us a lot about caring and gratitude. Also, on a way more practical level, I think they've taught a lot of adults about the digital world.
And I think no matter what the path that any of the students from the class of 2022 takes, they are going to contribute to the world with this sense of justice, with this sense of curiosity, with this sense of leadership.
These graduates have taught us that if we begin to think differently and think creatively and to move away from the norm, move away from the status quo, that there are options out there that we haven't even begun to tap into.
Our graduates have been on the front line, whether it's climate change, climate justice, racial equity and social justice.
We have students engaging in sustainability efforts and climate change efforts. We've seen students protest the expansion of the freeway, gaining climate literacy, impressively interrupting.
I listen and I'm hearing what they're saying because they're not to be ignored.
Just so much activism around this area.
Sharing their perspectives with us.
Making the demands of the adults and of the power structures that they need to see for our planet.
This is just a sample of how strong you really are.
You know, I think that they have an awareness, a world awareness that no generation has had.
This year, I think the most unique thing has been coming into a school where over half of the students haven't experienced a full year of high school. So being able to reshape our traditions, share our old traditions with that freshman, sophomore, even junior classes.
Sort of remaking the high school experience, transitioning some of the traditions that have happened so that younger students can experience them in a new way.
I think it's been a really unique experience. I think it's also been an opportunity for our class to really rebuild that culture and school spirit.
I think just looking at the class of 2022 and the ways that they have navigated online learning, hybrid learning, and coming back to school, definitely models of how they're going to continue to be leaders going forward.
I think what they've taught us is that we really need our people. We really need our community. We need our time with our friends, that in-person instruction with our teachers who are our trusted mentors and who help us see things in a different way.
I hope our graduates dream big, follow their passions.
I want graduates to know that they can design the life that they envision for themselves.
And as you do that, I want you to be kind. I want you to be kind to those around you and those in your community. I think also reach out to those who may not be in your community to understand them and get to know them.
You guys came through the fire, and the thing about coming through the fire is that there is a precious gem. That's awesome.
Congratulations for getting here, and you're such an inspiration to me and everyone else.
My advice to the graduates is to go out there and go get them.
Find your joy. Find what it is that speaks to your heart, that lets your talents flourish, that is your own particular path, and don't let anyone deter you.
My focus to you is push past all the noise always. That's what you've done to get you here. That's what you'll need to do to get you through tomorrow. And if you continue to believe in yourself the way that you did to get you here, there's nothing that you can't do.
Congratulations. What you guys have done is no small feat at all.
Thank you for having heart and sticking with it. We're proud of you as a school community.
And your charge now is to go out and make it better.
大家祝你们好. Everyone, I wish you all the best of luck.
Congratulations, class of 2022. My name is Guadalupe Guerrero, and as superintendent of the Portland Public Schools, it is my absolute privilege and honor to recognize this important milestone in your educational journey. I am proud of you. I'm proud of all the obstacles you've overcome, and I'm proud of the perseverance you have demonstrated in the face of adversity. And I recognize that your educational journey has likely involved unconditional support from parents, guardians, and extended family members. I also want to acknowledge all the teachers, coaches, and mentors who have provided you with support and cheered you on. To all of these people who have championed your success, I also say thank you. I'm confident that this network of support will continue to be in your corner as you take on your next challenge and embark on your next chapter. We look forward to hearing of all your continued accomplishments. At PPS, we've defined a graduate portrait, which outlines the skills that we hope each one of you will now possess as a result of your time with us. You are ready to lead efforts to create a more socially just world. Class of 2022, congratulations. My hat's off to you.
I guess I don't have to stand up. All right. McDaniel family, friends, and alumni, please join me in congratulating this year's class valedictorians. Audience, please hold your applause until all the students are standing. Students, when your name is called, please stand and remain standing. Ava Arias, Maya Bilyu King, Ann Bowie, Sophia Bush, Isla Shalnor, Lauren Davenport, Isabella Den, Sophia Den, Zane Emerson, Michaela Griffin, Nigusu Hamaya, August Harrington, Faith Isabor, Catherine McBee, Aniston Neal, Emily Nguyen, Tran Nguyen, Koa Nguyen, Teresa Nguyen, Dylan Stupers, Min An Ta, Andy Chen, Viva, Vivian Vokwi, Jory Wogman. These seniors have reached the highest level of academic achievement and have the highest GPA of the students gathered here today. They are wearing a gold medallion to represent their achievement. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, students. You may sit down. Now, I would like to introduce you our student speakers, valedictorian and co-president Vivian Vokwi, who will be attending University of Oregon, co-president Oscar Moreno Gilson, attending Portland State University, and valedictorian Ava Arias, attending Carnegie Mellon University.
Hello, we are your senior student body presidents. I am Oscar Moreno Gilson.
And I'm Vivian Vokwi. To McDaniel's class of 2022, before we take a trip down memory lane, I'd like to first start off by asking each of you to turn to the person to your right and say, "You made it." I'd like to begin by giving a huge congratulations to everyone, including myself, for being here today. The world is plagued with dangers such as COVID, political unease, iPad kids, mask fishers, etc. But despite all the odds, we still managed to graduate. So let's give a huge round of applause to us. Oh, sorry, buddy. Remember when we were babies stepping foot into high school at the old Madison building? Nothing but colorful hallways and broken stall doors in the bathrooms. Speaking of bathrooms, who could forget those trash can fires? To whoever did it, thank you for saving me from Mr. Fawson's tardy lectures. Freshman year seems so long ago, though not as long as Aiden Fogarty's hair that year. Academies were where some of the best memories were made. Bonds were formed, relationships were developed, and God only knows what happened in that abandoned hallway. There were no problems with abandoned hallways moving to Marshall campus our sophomore year. The campus was built like a square. No shortcuts, no secrets, and no way of Miss Gill being able to track down me and Oscar roaming the hallways. Throwback to when referrals were given out like candy. Oscar and Jack Sansted's 36 combined. 37 if you include Lauren Davenport's infamous butter knife referral. I digress though. Shout out Miss Gomez for teaching the best English class that year, where I bonded with my best friend Gus Sansted and developed my writing and public speaking skills to stand here today and recap what a one-of-a-kind experience it's been for us these past 4 years. Junior year was probably the most difficult year of all. We got thrown in the deep end from the transition of online school to figuring out how to parallel park. Shout out to my dad for taking me to Krispy Kreme every Saturday to learn how to drive. Those were some of the best and worst days of my life. Love you, Pops. Social distancing put a strain on all of us, from being separated from loved ones to still not understanding Mr. Brunak's Space Cat lectures. Who could forget whipped coffee, Doja Cat's Peak, Buzz Heads, and Visco Girls taking over the world. The past 4 years have been nothing but endless memories and a plethora of emotions. I want to give a huge thank you to my teachers for providing me with an unforgettable education experience, my friends for being the Carly to my Mulkey, my parents for showing me how to lead with a pure and compassionate heart, and everyone who came here today to celebrate this incredible achievement of ours. To those who I never crossed paths with in the hallways, or never had the chance to know personally, I hope my memories I recapped highlighted at least one part of your high school experience. It's truly been an honor to serve as one of McDaniel's very first co-student body presidents, and I hope I've left nothing behind but an unforgettable legacy and a new reinvented space of educational freedom and infinite school pride. It's bittersweet to let go of something we've called ours for the past 4 years, but thank you for giving me the opportunity to reflect and reminisce on what a high school experience it's been for McDaniel's class of 2022. Thank you. Now please give a huge hand to my co-president, Oscar.
Good evening to all. I would like to begin by saying that I am so honored to have been given this opportunity to speak to you all. It's crazy how fast time flies. I would like to thank all of the families, friends, and administrators who have been our backbone through it all. I'd like to give a special thank you to the exceptional McDaniel staff who allowed us to be pushed to our academic limits. Molo, who gave all of us a safe space to laugh in room 13. Miss Santiago, who exposed our school pride to the world through her amazing TikToks, and Colin Dobbins, our favorite student teacher who dealt with us all, especially me and Hank. Wait, how could I forget Miss Mulkey, whom without we would not have been able to accomplish all of this, truly the backbone of McDaniel, who planned and prepared our spirit weeks, pep rallies, and our prom. She deserves all of our McLove. The graduating class of 2022 has had a unique high school experience. Sophomore year, we experienced the highs and lows of high school football, there being more lows than highs. But those lows taught us to keep our heads high and have pride in our school. Junior year consisted of Zoom, headaches, and sleeping through class, the combination of which taught us resilience. Now, we stand here today having spent the year avoiding COVID, coming up with spirit days, and making it through our dysfunctional pep rallies that taught us the importance of learning from our failures. Speaking of failures, who remembers when I left the flag for our biggest football game? That was embarrassing. Not as embarrassing as Lauren's terrible parking. Don't know how she did it, but she managed to park everywhere she wasn't supposed to. However, we cannot ignore all the good that happened to us this year. We were able to end the year with a bang by not only winning the Spirit Trophy, but also having the most amazing prom. Even though it was boiling hot there, we were all able to come together and celebrate. While some of us will pursue further schooling, others will choose to go directly into the workforce. Nonetheless, I have no doubt that you will all continue to prosper in your future endeavors. As we all continue to grow and carve our own path, I ask of you all one thing: to remember our time at McDaniel and how it taught us to keep our heads high, stay resilient, and learn from our failures. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ava Arias, and before I begin the heart of my speech, I would like to welcome you all to our McFamily. Filled with teachers, counselors, coaches, and administrators who supported us through the past 4 years of high school. I also want to acknowledge all of the supporting staff who make it possible for us to have a functioning high school every day. Office staff, custodians, school security, cafeteria staff, and other school employees. All of these people are integral to our high school, and I want to be sure that they are recognized for everything they do to make sure that we all succeed. To all of you, from all of us, I say thank you. For my speech today, I want to talk about losing. We've all experienced loss over the last 4 years, including all of us losing out on 18 months of our high school experience due to the pandemic. Our world continues to experience a lot of losses right now: climate change, war, school safety, drugs, and political extremism, to name a few. But we, as McDaniel students, have been able to grow beyond the current losses. We, McDaniel students, kept working in school and after school to help our friends and our families. We kept doing the hard work despite the setbacks. All of us sitting here tonight in caps and gowns can celebrate reaching the finish line of graduation. To all of you, I say congratulations. Tonight is a victory. Now, where do we go from here? What's it gonna take to make this world a place of victory for everyone? Believe it or not, I believe losing can lead to great victories. As a middle schooler, I played on the McDaniel PIL Youth Girls Basketball team with Fiona Farmer and Janice Lee. Give it up for them, guys. The three of us were so excited to reach high school. We were gonna go play in the big leagues, you know what I mean? As middle schoolers, we made it to the playoffs and reached the finals for the Youth District PIL Championship. We were picked to compete at the middle school state playoffs, so naturally, we thought our success would carry over into high school. But we were naive. Just because you have current success doesn't mean there won't be losses along the way. How you respond to those losses is what matters. When the three of us entered high school, our freshman year, our excitement was tempered when we went into our first season. 2 wins, 19 losses. Suddenly, we were faced with a new challenge. Girls basketball in high school wasn't gonna be as easy as middle school basketball was for us. Over the next few years, Fiona, Janice, and I would experience a lot of losses on the basketball court. In those 4 years, we won 16 games and lost 57. 16 wins, 57 losses. But each year we got better, and this last season we won several games. We moved up in the rankings from last place to 5th place. How did we get through so many losses? Fiona, Janice, and I decided to not give up. Our McDaniel coaches didn't give up on us. Our McDaniel student body didn't give up on us. We focused on hope and the positives of our team. What made our experience great was the closeness of our teammates, our team's diversity, the unwavering support of Coach Chelsea and the assistant coaches, and the support of the McDaniel community. It was the McDaniel community that packed the stands and supported us despite our losing record. It's the unique and special community found at McDaniel that lifted all of us up and gave us the resilience to overcome our losses. It was then that we realized attending McDaniel is our victory. McDaniel is resilient. McDaniel perseveres, and in our diversity, McDaniel finds victory. McDaniel is home to over 30 languages from around the world and is one of the most ethnically diverse schools in the state. We have the largest multicultural week of any high school in Portland. We are home to a wonderful theater department filled with hardworking students. Our CTE programs have produced many successful human beings who have become doctors, nurses, artists, and educators, just to name a few. We are home to the Verslandia champion, Nicole Jackson, and the best cheer team in the state. Our staff and faculty make sure to support each and every one of us because our futures matter to them. I believe McDaniel is an example of what is possible when a school embraces its diversity and unites as a student body. I believe my experience of seeing diversity work has prepared me for the world I'll experience after high school. The world needs more people like McDaniel students. No matter what we choose for our future, we need to show everyone we come in contact with that diversity is a gift, not an obstacle. Our ability to see past our differences, come together, and see the solutions is what the future of our planet needs so that we can look to solve the pressing problems our world is facing. It's going to take us finding victories after losses, overcoming challenges, and rising up from things that tear us down. Today, we graduate, we move out into the world, we move forward. The world is waiting for us to save it. Go Mountain Lions!
Thank you, student speakers. I'm teary, I really am. Now our senior athletes would like to share a special video message with the McDaniel staff.
Hi, I'm Ava Arias. I'd like to thank Mr. Fossen for helping me through the last 4 years of high school. It's been really fun in the classes I've had with him and talking to him about basketball, other sports, and academics.
I want to thank Mr. Grosscup for always helping me after class, going the extra mile when I needed help.
I want to thank Twist for being our official basketball coach, showing us what it's like to lose and get back up.
I want to thank Mr. Gadbo for his unconditional kindness and support and encouraging me to do the same.
I just want to thank Miss Taylor for always being there for me and helping me talk my problems out, and you know, it's all love for you.
I just want to give a big thanks to Mr. Gardner for being the best teacher and helping me with whatever I need help with and always having the best energy.
I'd like to thank Ms. Rogetta. She really pushed me my sophomore and junior year to get better at math and work hard after school.
I want to give a big thank you to Ms. Guthrie for helping me outside of class and just emailing me like what I needed to do throughout the years.
I want to give a big shout out to Ms. Rogetta for being one of the most caring people I've ever met at this school.
I'd like to thank Mr. Elwell for being a great golf coach and teaching me how to invest in crypto.
I just want to give a big shout out to Mr. Sutter for not only helping me with work, but being there for me emotionally. I feel like I can go to him and talk to him about whatever, so I appreciate him a bunch.
I want to thank Molo for providing a space of support and acceptance.
I would like to thank Mr. Robert for helping me prepare for the future.
I want to thank Miss Sarah Beth for helping me on and off the court these past 4 years.
I would like to thank Mr. Heath for always being so knowledgeable about things I'm interested in and never shooting down a question that I ask.
Hey, Miss Guthrie, thanks for helping out so much with cheer this year. We really appreciate you and all that you do.
I'd like to thank Mr. Grosscup for pushing me to be a better writer. And yeah, he's awesome.
All right, so I'm thanking Mr. Heath because he's helped me out a lot. He gives a lot of tips about the gym. He was a former powerlifter, so that's it.
I'm thanking Miss Mulkey for being the chillest teacher in the school, having all the snacks.
I want to thank Harpster for always being really supportive of me.
I want to say thank you to Heath for giving me weight training tips in class.
Hey Franks, it's Vivian. I think you're pretty cool and pretty rad. I want to thank you for supporting all the student athletes within the school, including myself.
Thank you, Mr. Milgren, for being a great teacher.
Now we're going to have our first musical presentation. It is Drown in My Own Tears by Ray Charles, performed by our senior Devaste Phelps.
Since you've been gone.
This year, we have 8 students who earned the Oregon Seal of Biliteracy Award. And since I'm bilingual, como soy bilingüe, este año tenemos 8 estudiantes que han obtenido el premio del sello de bilingüismo de Oregon. The seal was established to recognize high school graduates who have attained a high level of proficiency in reading, writing, listening, and speaking in 2 or more languages. El sello se estableció para reconocer a los graduados de la escuela secundaria que han alcanzado un alto nivel de proficiencia en lectura, escritura, comprensión auditiva y expresión oral en 2 o más idiomas. Will the following students please stand and remain standing? Los siguientes estudiantes, por favor, párense y permanezcan de pie. Eva Arias, Manuel Can Vázquez, Aileen Castro, Enrique Harbottle, Cameron Peters, Amisa Rashidi, Leslie Valvidia Marquez, Stephanie Vargas Vélez. Un aplauso. That's applause, sorry. Thank you, students. Now, we would like to recognize students who received PPS All-Star Awards. As your name is called, please stand and wave to be recognized. For API Voices, Vivian Vokwi, Nok Huang Young, Bella Den.
For Breaking Barriers, Ryan Joseph, Stephen Peterson, and Andreas Esteban.
For Si Se Puede, Eva Arias, Emily Canul Martin, Shirley Castillo Cu, David Herrera, Uber Higuera, Ángel Higuera, Wyatt Mejia Lopez, Oscar Moreno Gilson, Leslie Pucmena, and Leslie Valdivia Marquez.
For New Portlanders, Wasa Kilyuba, Wen Lee, Amisa Resida. Oh, that's me too. Young Gifted in Black, Lakota Bailey, James Person, Mohammed Elmi, Nagusu Hamaya, Labria Hayes, Nevea Laura, Aniston Neal, Devastate Phelps, Saeed Sacco, and Cheyenne Smith.
Please read the program insert for a list of students who were awarded scholarships at our senior award celebration.
We now have a message to the graduates from Principal Adam Skiles.
All right, seniors, we're almost there. So Dao Wow, Jiao Mong, bienvenidos, welcome. Class of 2022, congratulations. You will be remembered for your leadership as we transition back to in-person instruction in our first year in our brand new building. You showed creativity when you ran the first ever outdoor grade-specific assemblies. You showed us how to build school spirit and build community, all while navigating COVID protocols and restrictions. You showed us how to have fun, laugh, compete, and celebrate. You embodied CREED, community, respect, education, equity, and diversity, especially in difficult situations. You showed compassion and care for one another in your community. You made us laugh. As challenging as a year this was, I am the most grateful for this gift you gave us. I will miss our hallway conversations, your never-ending questions, and the pride you took in being a mountain lion. People say education is hard work, and there are many times I agree. But in education, we also get the opportunity to spend time with individuals like every single one of you. Too often we think about what we have done for you. Today I would like to thank you for what you have given me. You have given me hope in our future. You have reminded me how to have fun even when times are challenging. You have shown me to never give up even when faced with what might seem like insurmountable situations. You have, in some way, made me a better human being because of the time I have spent with each and every single one of you. Thank you. Your positive energy has been uplifting for the entire McDaniel High School community, and you have achieved your goal. It is important to take a moment and reflect on all of the people who have supported you along the way. Your teachers, coaches, mentors, advocates, your first friends, your first friend group, that group you got through middle school, the friends you made in high school, and most importantly, your family. Your journey to this moment was filled with people who loved you and that you loved. Remember this as you move to the next chapter in your life. Surround yourself with people who care about you, people who will have your back, and people who will care about where you are going. Life at times will be hard. Having your people around you will provide the strength to get through. Life at times will be fun. Having your people around you will make it more joyful. Life at times will make you question your path. Having your people around you will provide you the confidence to make those difficult decisions. Who you surround yourself will be one of the most important decisions you make. Last, enjoy your time on this earth. Work to make the world a better place, and look out for one another. McDaniel High School Class of 22, celebrate your accomplishments, thank those who supported you, and believe in yourself. We now have a musical performance, Libristum number 3, by Franz Liszt, performed by Anne Boo.
Class of 2022, please rise and start making your way to the stage. Remember to bring your index card with you. This year, our students will be led to the stage by Miss Sue House, a beloved science teacher, the first avid teacher in the state of Oregon, and at this point in time, the only AP Environmental Science teacher in our school. This year, she is retiring after spending 23 years with us. We wish her well and hope to see her in the halls in the fall as a guest teacher. So you can give your applause while you're waiting. It's going to take a little bit for them to make their way down. And McDaniel, AKA Madison, was the first avid school in the state of Oregon, not that we're competitive at all. And now, this is what you all really came for, right? Not our speeches. The awarding of the diplomas for the class of 2022. With the power vested in us by the state of Oregon and the Board of Education for Portland Public Schools, we are honored to present the Leotis V. McDaniel High School class of 2022. Mr. Skiles, they have successfully met the requirements and earned the right to receive their high school diplomas.
Gabriella Tillis. Michelle Sigley. Nick Stewart. Daquan Anderson. Andres Esteban. Ava Reyes. Oscar Moreno Gilson. Vivian Valqui. Kashin Dini Hiregai. Maya Bulukin. Ann Bowie. Sophia Butch. Ayla Chalnor. Lauren Davenport. Isabella Din. Sophia Din. Zane Emerson. Michaela Griffin. Nagusu Hamaya. August Harrington. Faith Isabor. Catherine McPhee. Aniston Neal. Emily Nguyen. Trang Nguyen. Teresa Nguyen. Isabella Spenio Stupers. Min An Ta. Andy Trin. V. Vo. Jory Wagman. Eden Abbott. Sam Aycock. Daisy Adams. Mars G. Eichler. J.N. Aiken. Desiree Alexander. Muhammad Ali. Elizabeth Allard. Pablo Alvarez Lavadores. Jack Anderson. Anthony Arcos. Annabella Atmore. Ikra Owao. Lakota Bailey. Rudy Balam. Chris Baldwin. Elliot Beckman. Elijah Balash. Colton Bottoms. Caden Brown. Ian Buckwalter. Yasser Budul, William Berger, Shannon Burke, Jaire Cabrera, Mateo Calabrese, Manuel Can Vasquez, Emily Canu Martin, Brenna Cow, Kelori Carlos, Leo Carpenter, Diego Carrasco, Gustavo Carrillo Castro, Shirley Jose Castillo Coop, Eileen Castro, Julia Chavez, Luis Herberto Chavez León, Emma Kish, Aiden Sindrich, Eduardo Cruz Rodriguez, Jake Cuttigan, Andrew Dalton, Lucas Davidson, Saul Delfín Garcia, Naomi Dibble, Andy Doe, Kaylin Dunbar, Huang Dong, Marquis Edwards, Esther Harrisman, Miguel Aiteren, Mahmoud Elmi, DeMarcus Fairley, Pauline Diaz Rodriguez, Priscilla Hernandez, Clarita Solano Enriquez, Fiona Farmer, Moses Farmer, Colton Fay, Risiki Faison, Pearl Fetters, Mackenzie Fields, Aiden Eli Fryer, Alicia Galavis, Leostin Zephyr Glenn, Estrella Godinez Hernandez, Stuart Goodbody, Cooper Grossman, Raven Grant, Mariah Graytrick, William Grinstead, Jocelyn Guan, Alina Abigail Grola Mendez, Enrique Harbottle, Labria Hayes, Jocelyn Henderson, Diana Hernandez Gonzalez, Celeste Elizabeth Hernandez, Wassa Kalabug, Heidi Hernandez, David Herrera, Angel Miguera Bojino, Alexis Higuera Bauna, Christopher Hernandez, Jackson Holiday, Joshua Moreno, Ty Hudson, Sahara Lally, Liam K, Irina Clippert, Victor Ho, Jasane Hofield Simpson, Sebastian Holmes, Eli Holstein, Macy Humphrey, Amir Hunt, Mohammed, Boogie Hudson, Keanu Hunter, Odin Hurst, Alex Huynh, Kayla Huynh, Olivier Iranhunda, Jay Ingram, Lydia Japrice Isom. Junasha Johnson. Lanisha Jackson. Caleb Johnson. Stephen Johnson Jr. Alyssa Johnston. Ryan Joseph. Sasha Keller Young. Hank Kern. Ruben Knight. Caden Koenig. Nathan Consevi. Adrian Lamb. Serendipity Stevens. Nevaeh James. William Lasky. Ian Latta. Quinn Lee. Lena Lee. Arthur Liao. Janice Lee. D. Lewis. Hannah Lewis. Kaya Liu. Alex Lopez Lavadores. Jonathan Love. Kyler Lyman. Sebastian Manzo Ayala. Mika Martin. Saul Martin San Pedro. Elena McLennan. Elliot McElroy. Wyatt Lopez. Walanya McBunchun. Jesus Mendez Galindo. Christine Ruswell Mindioro. Jeremiah Miller. Lincoln Montemayor. Yohama Morasen. Serafin Morales Escanon. Ty Morris. Nevaeh Munoz. Sol Muñoz Barrera Acaso, Lucas Murphy, Muhoza Mutoni, Janar John Navarro, Nicely Navarro, Lee Nus Karmadzava, Deshaun Newcomb, Emily Nguyen, Kwa Nguyen, Lak Nguyen, Stephanie Nguyen, Shayla Nguyen, Tony Nguyen, Calvin Nobles, Siham Noor, Malik Osman, James Owens, George Pacheco Santiago, Bethany Valeria Parnell, Cohen Parzibuck, Caleb Payne, Christian Paz Lizama, Marciela Perez, James Bell, Cameron Peters, Stephen Peterson, Charlie Peterson, Gwyneth Pham, Joseph Pham, Jeremy Phan, Devaste Phelps, Vin Fung, Anthony Preciado Wynn, Kaylee Polk, Noor Usman, Zeke Porter, Chucky Pulling, Elliot Potter, Leslie Jacqueline Pook Mina, Vito Rillier, Denise Rendon Rodriguez, Harrison Rhodes, Michaela Richmond, Patrick Riviera, Luke Rubachot, Gabriel Robinson. Olivia Robles. Amisa Rashidi. Luke, right out. Abriana Victoria Rodriguez. Serafin Rodriguez. Madeline Rose. Zane Rouse. Saeed Ahmed Sacco. Quinton Salvador. Gus Sanstead. John Sanstead. Larissa Santiago. Silas Schoenborn. Damon Shuri. Siripunsa Sakolpap. Isaac Skorohupdov. Darius Smith. Cheyenne Smith. Yadira Solano. Aislinn Stroud. Harry Sneed. Elaine Tang. Kristen Tafam. Paul Tardy. Sayupeli Kola Toilangi. Ava Tobin. Kool-Aid Tololu. Elijah Trahan Bowden. Jason Tran. Vicky Tran. Camille Tyler. Leslie Ukan Mai. Leslie Valdivia Marquez. Hannah Martinez. Marcha Vanderveer Bloem. Devin Vandersoel. Gabriel Vanelli. Stephanie Vargas Vélez. Sophia Vélez. Esdria Vigas. Billy Vo. Anali Vangara. Anthony Boo. Isabella Walker. Jacob Waterman. Charlie Weinger. Ayala White. Drayshawn Williams. Naomi Williams. Zoe Wright. Jasmine Zuniga Reyes. Ladies and gentlemen, McDaniel's class of 2022.
Our students didn't come back for the changing of the... We invite Vivian Vauquis and Ava Arias back to the podium to lead the graduates of 2022 in the changing of the tassels.
Okay, you start.
Okay.
Graduating class of 2022, please stand.
Okay. We are now official graduates of Leotis V. McDaniel High School.
Join us now in changing your tassel from the right to the left.
And throw it. Congratulations. Congratulations, class of 2022! Okay, do you want to read the next part?
Yeah. Graduates, families, and staff, thank you for coming to today's festivities. I wish you all the best as you move to your future endeavors in life. Congratulations, class of 2022, we did it!
Woo! Do you want me to read the next part?
Sure, yeah.
As you celebrate this next phase in your life, please remember, if you're heading to the McGrad Night party, the buses will be at Lincoln High School. Everyone have a good night!
Thank you for coming to today's ceremony. Please exit the stadium and meet your graduate outside on 18th Street.